Happy New Year, everyone. It's January 9th, 2017, and I'm going to do my first angel card reading of the year for you. And I'm going to be using the Magical Unicorns cards of Doreen Virtue today. I think that comes up backwards. I need to ask my daughter how to fix that so that you can see it properly. I hope everyone had a great Christmas vacation or holiday season, and you're all ready to start up this new year. Maybe you have some special plans for this year. I am pretty excited because I have all my workshops on my schedule. I plan on teaching between now and April. I have my Reiki 1 and 2 coming up January 21st, 22nd. And I have my Reiki Masters coming up in February, my Learn the Basics in March, and my one-day Healing Boundaries workshop is coming up in April. So if you're interested in any of those, you can email me, Tracy, Tracy, at tracymakarenko.com. You can find all that information on my website as well, www.tracymakarenko.com. So typically I pull 3 cards and see what's going on. I know here in Alberta it's been very cold and very snowy, and it feels like it's been for very long, although it's only been maybe 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks. And I know everywhere is feeling a little bit of something different than we normally are. Okay, so let's see what's going on today. So the first card I picked is Best Friends. True friends stick together no matter what. And I think this has a lot to do more with our power animals than our real friends. I get a real sense that the animals of the world, whether we can see them or we don't see them, of course I'm talking about things like unicorns. Some of us have a sense that they're around, some of us do see them, some of us don't believe in them. And even the regular animals, or spirit animals, or power animals, we can connect to those animals to get a better support system in the life we are living right now. I am a shamanic medicine healer to some degree, and I do work with the animals quite often, or I should say always. Ever since I was a little girl, I've been very connected to the raven, so it was no surprise to find out that that was my power animal, was the raven. When I was little, I even would talk to them. I learned how to caw so I could talk back and forth to the ravens. So maybe go into a meditation and see what animal comes to you with that intention. Sometimes we have the bigger animals, like for me, the raven, that's with me all the time, and I pay attention to the bird all the time. And then there's other animals that come along with me for certain periods. Right now I have the wolf with me. All the way through the summer, I had giraffe with me. So it's not always the animal you see outside that's around you. Sometimes you have to go inside and feel what that animal is. You know, go on that little journey. And if you need, if you want to have a session, I can do it long distance. I can do it in my office, and we can find out what your animal is, and then bring back a portion of your soul that's been lost, and the animal will help with reintroducing that back into your life. So the next card is Healer. You have the power to help and heal others. So I guess that was my spiel as a healer, what I was sharing with you. There's the card there. And it's interesting because I always watch the news for a few minutes every morning just to find out what the weather is, and get some of the highlights. And I try not to watch too much of it because it can be heart-wrenching. And this morning there was stuff around animals that was disturbing to me. We have to remember that the animals on this planet also have a purpose in life. And tomorrow I'm going to be teaching a meditation about frequency, and in my work, that's mostly what I try to teach, as I help people move out of the situations that aren't working for them and move into another frequency, a higher frequency, to help them have a better life, by letting go of all sorts of things that hold us back. And I believe the animals are on this earth kind of doing the same thing. And when we go through the frequency levels, and in this particular meditation there's 5 frequency levels we go through, the middle one is the one where we think we are still in control of everyone in our life, including animals, whether they reside in our house or outside of our house. And when you move up past that level to the other doorways, you realize we live all here together. And so if you are still in a frequency where you are complaining about the deer in your backyard or something else, perhaps you need to connect with your power animal and see if you can sort out how you can live together with these animals in your life somehow. I know many people don't have indoor pets, and many people do have indoor pets, but I'm more concerned about the animals that are living outside of our home and finding respect for them on the same level. And this is not something I've talked to you about before in any of my readings. This is very unusual. But it feels like there's a place to talk about it today. And I'm not exactly sure why, and I'm not exactly sure how this is affecting you, but I'm glad to be able to share at least the understanding how we all can come together. And it's not just, of course, the animal kingdom, it's the human beings in our life too that we try to control. We need to get past that so everybody is controlling their own lives. So the last card is practice. The best way to be good at a skill is to practice. Practice, practice until you get it right. And that's exactly what you need to do in this case. You need to keep practicing this type of understanding of others, whether it's the animal kingdom or the human beings on this planet. We all live here together, and we have to get up past that doorway, that frequency where we're not trying to be in control or change or influence other people in our life, where we can live in a world where we can flow and meld together. And all the workshops I teach actually do that, and I'm actually teaching them kind of in order of the way I learned that information. So through my Reiki 1 and 2, and then through the master level, I gained another understanding. Then I developed this Learn the Basic workshop, which is about understanding the energy of each of the chakras and how to balance each chakra with different tools and techniques. And power animals is one of those things, along with crystals and aromatherapy and working with your intuition. And then the last workshop, my Healing Boundaries, is more about energetically understanding how each person's energy works, so that we're not always banging heads with people trying to influence them. We actually move and meld with them, so that it's this beautiful dance, and you actually get to have like real truthful conversations, and you get to see a different reality than maybe the one you've been living in. And there's so much growth to that, living in that space. I don't even know how to explain it. So those are the cards today. Try and find out who your best friend is. And if it's on an animal level, I mean, embrace that. Be the healer you can be by helping all people on this earth be who they need to be by understanding. Be the observer and see how they need to live their life and what things they need to learn and understand. And it takes practice. This doesn't happen overnight. This takes years sometimes of practice. And don't be hard on yourself, because we're all here learning the exactly same thing. So don't judge someone for saying something to you you think is harsh, because they're just learning just like you are to blend and meld and sort out how things work for them as well. So the more we allow in the space between us and who we're with, the more we recognize the struggles or the challenges or the celebrations that the people and animals around us are having. And it's a beautiful place to be and a beautiful thing to be able to observe. So I wish you all the best in this new year, and I hope that I see you in some of my classes. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, and blessings.